If you look at these monster feet, you can really understand how they dispatch their prey so quickly.
As you can see, in particular, the back talon is very, very long. Whoops.
Yeah.
You can see this talon.
So that's the main killing weapon.
Right, and they drive it right to the hilt. I had a talon put through the glove, not aggressively, just excited and gripping, and it drove the talon, this talon, right to the bone. And fortunately, it wasn't meaning to hurt me.
You're telling me that this eagle here could actually damage me through this glove?
Oh, absolutely. He's not gripping at all. These feet are much, much more powerful, for example, than a Rottweiler's jaws.
Of the two of us here, I am more intimidated by him than he is of me.
Yeah, they're Here, hang on, let him hang, let him hang. Yeah. Now you want to rotate him so he's facing outward. Let me get him settled down a bit.
Alberto regularly climbs up to eagle nests to check the health of the chicks as part of his job. And this time he allowed us to go with him. It was a unique opportunity to check out a nest and even perhaps see a wild eagle. Trouble was, the nest was around 120 feet up in a very wobbly tree. As well as a healthy, hungry, turkey-sized chick, the nest was littered with bits of prey, mainly sloths and monkeys, all picked clean.
From a large primate.
But we had to keep our time in the nest to a minimum. If we upset the mother, it could be very serious for us. Are we in any danger here, Alberto, from the mother coming back and possibly taking offence to our visiting her home?
It's quite rare. It does happen. If it does, we'd be in a lot of trouble.
And why didn't you tell me this before?
It's more comforting not to know.
Whoa, whoa. She is huge. Is that she?
This is she. She's looking right at your head, actually.
I can see her claws, that's all I can see. And they are huge. She's a big, powerful bird.
When the air itself becomes saturated and the temperature is just right, rare giants emerge. A Powelliphanta snail. It can grow to the size of a man's fist. So rare, they can only be filmed in captivity, where their extraordinary behavior is revealed. It's still a mystery as to exactly how they track down their food. But one thing is for sure. This snail has unusual tastes and revolting table manners. Its mouth envelops and suffocates the earthworm. It's sucked down like spaghetti. For anything bigger, it's got 6,000 teeth, ready to shred the next meal. In this supersaturated environment, this specialized snail is the ultimate predator.
Many caves are like islands, cut off from the outside world and from other caves. This isolation has resulted in the evolution of some very strange creatures. They are the cave specialists, troglobites, animals that never emerge from the caves or see daylight. These troglobites from Thailand are possibly the most specialized creatures on Earth, for they live only in cave waterfalls. The entire population of these cave angelfish seems to be restricted to just 2 small caves. It's the same story with other troglobites. There may well be less than 100 Texas cave salamanders in the wild. And the Belizean white crab is another creature that is unique to just one cave system. Living in perpetual darkness, they have all not only lost the pigment in their skin, but also their eyes. It takes thousands of generations for eyes to be lost, so these species must have been isolated for a very long time. But the blind salamander has other highly developed sensory organs. Receptors in the skin detect minute movements in the water made by its prey. External gills help it to breathe in water that is particularly low in oxygen. The cave angelfish feed on bacteria in the fast-flowing water, keeping their grip with microscopic hooks on their fins. Food is often in short supply, and troglobites like the crab have to survive on whatever washes into the cave from outside. A salamander might not encounter food for several months, so when something does come along, it can't afford to miss it. It's astonishing that these extraordinary cave dwellers managed to survive at all. Humphead parrotfish, nearly 1.5 meters in length. Their jaws are so powerful they can bite through rock. When they descend to feed, the reef itself is under threat. They are indiscriminate feeders, taking both rock and coral alike in their quest for algae. These fish play a large part in the erosion of the reef. The rock and coral they swallow emerges later as a fine sand. On a single reef they can produce tons of it every year. This soft sand forms the tropical beaches that we find so alluring. Over time, the sand builds up to form an island, which is then colonized by animals and plants. Trees take root. Birds arrive. The guano from thousands of terns which have chosen to nest here enriches the sandy soil, which then can support more plants.